Flosstube. My name is Jamie and welcome to my cross stitching channel. Today is Sunday, July 3rd, and I don't know which Flosstube this is because I didn't write it down. So I believe we're on 18 though, if I'm remembering right. So anywho, happy 4th of July to anybody in the US who is celebrating tomorrow. I hope you're all having fun and relaxing and having a day off to celebrate that. So right off the bat, I'd like to apologize. It's been 3 weeks instead of 2 since I came back. I was supposed to film last week. Oh, sorry, itchy nose. I was supposed to film last week, but between personal stuff, family stuff, my daughter came into town. She currently lives in Tennessee and I live in Utah, so she's in town for a few days. She's currently with her grandparents, so I decided to do this real quick while she was gone. So just between all of that fun stuff, it got away from me, and so, but we're back today. So I'm gonna be occasionally sipping on some water. I'm feeling kind of scratchy in my throat and I don't want to get hoarse going through this. So anyway, so I'm sorry for my absence, but I am back. I should be back to normal after this, hopefully. Okay, so the last time I was here, I decided to do a giveaway since I hit 1,000 subscribers a couple weeks ago. I'm gonna apologize again. I could not, I opened my Kindle to pull up the comment picker and everything so we could do this live, and I'm currently having a Wi-Fi connectivity problem, so I don't know how to fix it. I sat there for like half an hour trying to fix it, but couldn't get it to work. So I did do the drawing already, and I will insert the comments of the people that won. So as a reminder, I'm giving away 2 $15 gift cards to any cross stitch pattern, fabric, accessory, anything related to cross stitch website. So the first winner is Kim, and I believe it's I Love Eeyore 0130 is the screen name. So she's the first winner. So I'm trying to decide how to do this. Okay, so we'll go through both the winners first. So the first winner was Kim. Congratulations, Kim. I'm super excited that you won. And then winner number 2 is Sue Landriel, I think. So congratulations to both of you guys, Kim and Sue. I'm going to go ahead and I'll make a comment on your comment letting you know that you won. If you want to just get in touch with me directly, you can either email me at crossstitchandchill@gmail.com or DM me on Instagram. Also, crossstitchandchill is my handle. If you want to go in the description box, all of that is there, or it should be. So either comment and let me know. Actually, it'd probably be better if you did DM or email. So send me a message and I will get you your gift cards. So all right, so today I was gonna do a normal WIP parade last week, and then sometime a week or 2 after that I was gonna do a mid-year WIP parade, and since I missed last week, we're just gonna skip to the WIP parade. So I'm gonna go ahead and go through all of my WIPs today. I think 2 weeks after I started doing Flosstube, it's either my 2nd or 3rd video, I think I discussed some goals that I had for the year, which just looking at everything, and you guys will understand when I tell you the numbers, it was very ambitious, and based on a time when I wasn't working. So I still got quite a bit done, but it's just not quite at what I thought I'd be able to get accomplished based on that video. But I will go through all of my goals on each project if I made any, and I'm actually going to go through all of my old WIPs I started the year with first, and then I'm going to go through all my new starts, which are a lot more than I thought I was going to have. So all right, so let's get started. So the first one I will show you is Tarot Town 2. This is a chart from Heaven and Earth Designs, and the artist is Ciro Marchetti. keep flipping the page back and forth. Sorry if that was super crinkly. Try not to spill water all over myself. Okay, so, all right, that's better setup. All right, so the first one, like I said, Tarot Town 2. I'm stitching mine on a 25 count DMC Magic Guide fabric. It's just, I think this one is just white. I knew I forgot to do something. So if I have more to show outside of the Q-snap, I am gonna take it out so you can see everything. And this one I'm gonna have to do a top and bottom comparison because of how far in I am. Please excuse all of the wrinkles and the fraying threads. All right. So, all right, I'll go through the goals real quick. So I started, and the video I did this, all the goal setting in was in the beginning of February. So I did have 2 months prior to that of working on stuff. So my numbers are a little bit more than what they were, but I obviously don't know. I hadn't been keeping track of them before that. So just keep that in mind. So in that, for the goal video, I started at 28.26% done. I honestly have no idea how to show this without it being a gigantic pain. Okay, let's try that. So I started at 28.26%. My goal was 35% for the year, and I am currently sitting at 30.41%. And I have done 7,929 stitches in this so far this year. I think that'll work. Did I get the whole thing? Sorry, this is getting like really big because of how far down I am. I'm in the 3rd row now. So, holy crap, that looks so cool. So I'm gonna try to do a top and a bottom here. I may not be able to get it exactly. Hopefully you guys can see the comparison. So mostly it's just been in the 3rd row. The top, I believe I had already finished the top 2 rows by the time I got to that goal video. So I've just been working mostly over here. Hold it up a little bit. So I've been mostly over here. I've been filling in all of this background, some of these flags and stuff, and then a lot right here in this area. That's all in the 3rd row. Wow, that looks really cool. So I was gonna put in a before picture from last week. If I started the year with a WIP, I will just put in a picture from when we started the year. If it's a new start, I'll put in what it looked like last week, or the last time I updated. So that's what I've been primarily working on, just the stuff in the 3rd row. You can kind of see where it cuts off here. That was the end of the 2nd page down. So making some pretty good progress, a lot more than I thought I was. I really was feeling a little sad that I hadn't gotten more done on this one, but apparently I've been getting quite a bit done. It's helped that I've had some of these background pieces with a lot of just the same color over and over again. So I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to keep working this one since I pulled it out of the frame. I might reposition it. Like, I like being able to get to some of these objects, but I also really like it. I'm kind of a methodical full coverage stitcher where I like to finish pages at a time so I can get more and more of the full picture. I really am not a huge fan of like having big holes or things missing out of a page, so may or may not keep doing it that way, we'll see. So right now I still have about 4.5% to do to get to my goal on that one, and I am gonna leave that one where it's at. So next one from my old WIPs, is Beloved. Which bag is that in? Oh no. And that artist is Adele Sessler, another Heaven and Earth Designs chart. I'm stitching mine on a 28 count white Lugana 2 over 110 stitch. Did I say I was doing 10 stitch on the last one? If I didn't, that's the last one too. I'm already forgetting what I'm saying. Okay. Sorry, when you put in pictures side by side, you gotta be a little more careful about how much of the extra fabric you have in there. So, all right, so for this one, so I had a lot of like this black stuff beforehand. So I started at 41.24%. Oh, nope, sorry, that is the wrong one. I started at 9.49%. I was like, that's not halfway done. Yeah, 9.49%. My goal for this year was 20%. This was a big goal that I am now realizing is probably not attainable. I'm currently sitting at 11.78%, so I've gone up about 2.3%. And I have put in 6,774 stitches total. So hopefully you could see the comparison. I have finished 2 pages? 3? No, I think maybe 3. So I think I finished off this page. I finished off the confetti up here, and then I did this page. I don't know if it's 2 or 3. Regardless, I got a lot of progress, so. And I'm still debating whether to go that way or go this way. I think it might be fun to have the whole width of it and then be able to go down, but we'll see. I do like the thought of finishing up the edge of his face there. But the woman is like right here, so that's tempting. But that is Beloved. Absolutely in love with this piece. I love how it's turning out. So much detail for so few colors. It's awesome. It's a nice contrast to my Max color. The Terratown 2 is Max color, in case I didn't say that. So it's a nice, it's a nice change of pace. So the next one is Realm of Middle-earth, and this is a Tilton Crafts chart that I have been informed has been retired. And I am stitching mine again on 28 count, 2 over 110 stitch. And this one's going to be a little bit difficult to show, but I will do my best here. Okay, so first off, I'm going to show where I started and the progress from there. So let's see. I had a page finish goal on this one, but I did mention where I was as far as the percent, which was 0.88% done. I'm currently sitting at 1.8%, and that means I put in 7,228 stitches. Oh my goodness, so much fabric. I think I could actually cut some of this off, I just haven't yet. So I currently have finished 1 page on this since my goal video. I think I just had this page done, so I've finished this one and added in some underneath. So I think I mentioned I had 4. I wanted 4 page finishes on this one. I've done 1 so far. I have added almost a whole percent in. Considering how large this is, I think the total stitch count is 789,750 stitches. Total of 154 pages. So quite a ways to go. But this is, hopefully you'll have gotten the comparison, at least between where I started, but I have gone a little rogue on this one because I didn't want to be stuck in background forever. If you've watched my other videos, you'll know what I was talking about. You'll know that I've done this already. So I'm just gonna hold it up here. So that's where I started, and I have made my way all the way to the other side to start this corner, because this is a lot closer to detail, and I was getting bored just doing background over and over again. So I hope that I can make this so that if any of you are new viewers, if any of you just found me, you'll not have skipped a beat from the beginning of this year. You can just start here and follow me from this point on. If you want to watch my old videos, by all means, I encourage you to do so. But if you just want to get caught up where I am right now, this should do it. So that was my third thing. Did I go over all of that? Yes. Okay. To have a giant pile of mess. I'm done with this. Okay, so the fourth one is Mini Loyalty. Another Heaven and Earth Designs chart because I like them a lot. Let's see. I'm stitching mine again on 28 count, 2 over 1 tent stitch. It's kind of my sweet spot for full coverage. And let's see. So my goal on this one was also 20%. I started at 8.76% and I'm currently at 13.51%, and I've put in 4,013 stitches. And here is the comparison. I was actually getting some of my previous pictures ready before I started this. This one has a lot more progress than I thought it did. 4,000 stitches went a long way. So it's really cool to see like the badger and stuff coming in. Is, and this is a mini, I don't know if I mentioned that. I have all 4 of the house. Oh, the artist is either Cherie Gerhardt or Cherie Gerhardt. I'm not 100% sure how to say it. I've heard it both ways. But I have all 4. She made a pattern for each house. And this one's obviously, well, if you know Harry Potter, it's Hufflepuff. So my plan is to rotate through each of the houses. Once I finish a mini, I'll start a new one. But as you'll see in my in my WIP list, it's expanded quite a bit, even though that was not the plan. So we'll see. But definitely gotten a decent amount of progress on this one. So I think I should be able to hit the 20% goal. I didn't mention on Beloved, I'm probably gonna pull that back from 20% maybe to, I don't know. I'm currently at 11.878, so maybe more like 15% instead of 20. And then Realm of Middle Earth, I'm gonna keep going on that one for the 4-page finishes since I've already finished a page. And those go fairly quickly. They're not as big of pages either as a Heaven and Earth Designs chart is. They're only like 5,600 stitches versus almost 8,000, which is a Heaven and Earth Designs page. So I'm gonna keep going on that one to see if I can get 4-page finishes total. And then for Mini Loyalty, I am gonna try for the 20% mark as well. Okay. I'm already talking a lot, my throat's getting scratchy. Okay, so number 5 is my winter sampler. The Kooler Design Studio chart. I believe it's Sandy Orton was the designer. And I've got a little bit of a dilemma on this one. Oh, I'll just talk through it for just a second. So I did have a goal. My goal was 2 to 3 page finishes. These are not very big pages, but there is a ton of backstitch. So I'll show you on the one I started the year with, which is this. Let's see. Yep, that didn't work. There we go. So this is what I started the year with. And I'll put in a comparison underneath here. So I did do quite a bit. I finished the stitching on this page. I've added in a decent amount of back stitching through like here and a little bit on like the mouse, around these snowshoes and things, around this clock. I don't know what my hang up is on this, but I was supposed to keep working on it. I don't know if it has to do with the fact that it's seasonal or that it's just very complicated or the fabric. So when I was noticing that I was really struggling to work on it, I went ahead and went back to the original fabric that I started this on. I don't know if I mentioned this in my older videos, but I did start this one before and restarted it on Ada. I originally had it on this fabric, which is a 32 count. I think it's Ivory Lugana. 2/2. So this is how far I got before I restarted it. I wasn't doing it in pages then. I was just kind of picking motifs and going with that. So like I started here on the skier, which you saw part of it on the other one, and then I went down because it was Christmas time when I was working on this at the end of the last year. So I wanted to work on like the Santa Claus, and there's like little presents and candies and stuff at the bottom. I was kind of using a decision wheel for a minute, and this one got pulled, and I did manage to get into these jingle bells or bells, I don't know, are they called jingle bells? Just, I don't know. But I got into these bells and I filled in a decent amount of them. And I will say that I've started working on more and more projects over 2 on like higher count Luganas, and I do actually, I don't know where the switch in my brain happened, but I actually really enjoy that now. So I do like this fabric better. I'm happier with it, and it's easier, especially for like the massive amounts of partial stitches that I have to put in. But I still wasn't feeling called to it, but I do enjoy the fabric. So I believe I will be going forward with this one on this fabric, but I may be a seasonal stitcher, guys. I don't know. I'm gonna try and probably put this away until the fall time, when I start getting more excited about the cool weather and holidays and stuff, and we'll see. I may have to just start all 4 of them and just start working on them in the season. I don't know, we'll see. So I am switching back to this fabric though, so you'll only see this one from here on out. So that was my winter sampler. Sorry, that was a bit convoluted, but just going through my thought process. Okay, so that was number 5. Again, or not again, but on paper patterns, and that one is a paper pattern, I do not count stitches. It's not worth it to me to know a more exact number of what I'm stitching when it comes to the paper patterns. If I had to guess, I probably put in maybe a couple thousand on that one, but yeah, it's not worth it to me. So I'm not exactly sure how far I got on that one. So we'll just hope that the progress pictures tell you guys where I'm at. So number 6 is North American Mammals, another Heaven Earth Design chart. And this one is also Ciro Marchetti. He designed the Tarot Town 2. And this is also stitched 2/1 on 28 count. And I do have some gridded fabric, which is the easy count. And then I also have plain Lugana. I just go back and forth based on the pattern, but so this is also 2/1 10 stitch. I did have a very low goal on this one. This one has not been calling to me. It's been calling to me more lately, where I still haven't picked it up yet because I'm really lazy when it comes to my stuff that's not in a frame. I hate picking it up, putting the frame on, and getting going. So I just keep not pulling it out. But I had a low goal on this one of 1 page finish. I have literally not put 1 stitch into this since my last video where I showed it, which was like February 6th, I think. So it's been about, what, 5 months now? Just short of shy of 5 months. Have not put 1 stitch into this, but I only had 1 page that I wanted to get. This one the goal may go up, I'm not sure. I do really like this one. I love how like the details are coming out. I just think maybe I need more Q-snap frames, or I need to maybe put my full coverage in the more permanent Q-snap frames. I don't know, we'll see. So not much to show on this one. It's literally unchanged from my last video that I showed it. So I do really love the colors. Every time I pull it out and look at it, I always think how pretty it is. That was number 6. And then the last one of my old WIPs is Pandemic. This is a Long Dog sampler chart. Sorry if there's a bunch of crinkling and stuff. I did not plan this part super well. So, like I said, Long Dog samplers, and I am stitching mine on a 28 count Lugana in by Picture This Plus. It's the color Helix. Oh, I put that over there. And I'm using DMC color 939. I'm doing 1/1 full crosses. Should I leave it like that? I think I might leave it like that so I don't have to take all the bars off. Okay, so I have done quite a bit of progress on this one. Let's see. So I started at 41.24%. My goal on this one for this year is a finish. Still not convinced that's going to happen. Currently, I still need to do 192 stitches a day to make that happen by the end of the year. So based on how many days are left, I don't know if that's realistic. So that would be what, like just short of 1,400 stitches a week. We'll see. I'm currently sitting at 55.05% and I've put in 10,669 stitches. Let's try and hold this up without it falling. All right, I've got to take this side off too, or it's gonna be all wonky. It's not worth it, guys. I'll just take it all off. It's fine. Okay. So I have done another page finish since I last showed this. I'm just gonna hold it up all the way and we'll just cut it off. I'm probably, okay, this is what it looked like before. I'm just gonna have you look at it because this is gonna take up so much of the screen you won't be able to see it all together. So that was before, and this is where we're at now. I don't have the back stitching quite done on that last page, but I have finished all the regular stitches. And I believe that's 11 pages out of 20 done. I absolutely love how this is turning out. Sometimes it's hard to like be excited about the whole project until you take it out of the frame and you look at the whole thing together. You're like, whoa, that's why I love this. So that's the whole thing. I'll focus in a little bit. So this is the page I'm currently on, or I just finished. I haven't made it into this page yet. I think I'm just gonna go across and then I'll go down. So finished all these bands, this little geometric design. And I added in some stuff over here that just went over the line into the next page, or went right up to the line. I believe the line is like, that didn't work, like right on the edge of this, of the outside of that. So I went a little bit over. I definitely went over to like finish these bands down, but really love that one. This seems to be a crowd favorite. So I am still shooting for a finish. We'll see if it actually happens. I did actually start doing the daily goal. So I would cut my strings long enough where it would end up at right about 200 stitches, even if I had to carry it a little bit. So I would just do 2 strands of on this a day and then move on to whatever other thing I'm working on, which I may continue to do. I do find it a little bit, it bogs me down a little bit. I feel like I can't really work on other things as much as I would like to when I do that, just because it takes up, because 2 strands takes about an hour-ish, and if I'm at the end of my workday and, you know, doing like chores or making dinner or whatever after I'm done, it may just eat up into like the hour and a half I have left at the end of the night. So I have like half an hour to work on something else, which sometimes I'm just like, it's just not worth it to even pull it out. So may continue to do that. I might drop it down to 1 strand a day, and that way it's only half an hour instead. We'll see. But if I do that, obviously my finish isn't happening this year. So all right, so that is my WIP parade for the old WIPs. The ones I carried into this year, and I, not counting the paper pattern for the winter sampler, that was a total of 36,613. Oh shoot, nope, that was a new start, I lied. Yep, I was right. So 36,613 stitches. It's not bad. So those are all my old ones. And now let's get into the new starts. There are 8 new starts. That was not the plan, but that's how it happened. So, okay. Sorry, I have a huge stack of WIPs over there. Okay, I'm gonna take this one out of its thing too. Should have done this before I started, guys. I know that now. Okay. So, video game sampler was a new start. So I will put in what it looked like last time, so you can see the progress from last time as well. But I am currently sitting at 51.39%. This wasn't my goal video that I wanted to finish this one this year. It's only a total of like less than 12,000 stitches, or somewhere close to. So it's not very big, and it goes actually pretty dang quickly because it's mostly block stitching. So this is being stitched on an 18 count Ada in the color Barnwood by Picture This Plus 2/1. And I finished almost the whole first half. Almost made it. I got a little burnt out, so I put it away. The only thing I have left to do is finish the word games. So I've put in 6,289 stitches into this so far. Should be able to easily finish this one this year. I just need to pull it out a little more often. I did have a weekly go for this one for a little while, which I may go back to. It was somewhere around like 240 stitches a week, which is not a lot at all. That's like 1 day of stitching for me, if I have the time, obviously. But I am in love with this one. I think it looks awesome, and I always chuckle when I work on it. Literally heard this temper tantrum come out of my fiance's mouth since I started it. It's like, I really got to finish this so I can put it up. So I really like how this like little, I think it's he said it's a rupee from Zelda. I know Zelda. I mean, I had brothers that played Zelda as a kid, so. But getting in some of these littler things like the sword and the fire and stuff, that's been fun. So this is, sorry, ScreamingHeartDesign is who this is from. This is a fundraising pattern. You have to go to their Facebook page to find the post. You make a donation to the NAACP, and then you send your proof of purchase to the designer. You can just message them on Facebook, and then they will send you the link, or the pattern. So that was the first thing. The next one, next 3 are all Stitchrovia patterns, because I'm obsessed. Got obsessed, and I bought a bunch. So first one was Tequila, and mine is stitched on another 18 count. That's my sweet spot for Ada. I prefer 18 count. So mine's stitched on an 18 count light oatmeal Ada, 2/1. And again, this is all of these are new starts. And I put in 1,337 stitches on this so far. Just fold it in. So that is where I am. I have not worked, I don't think I've worked on any of these since my last video, but I will show them anyway so that you can see where they're at now. So I have a record of it too. It's actually really nice that I had all of that on my first video. Now I can actually show you guys where I'm at, and I can keep track of it too. So I really do want to come back to these soon. They're a lot of fun, but so I was using a decision wheel for a little while, and because I have so many full coverage projects, they kept getting picked, and these ones just kept not getting picked. So I was like doing the 2 strands on Pandemic every day. I was doing some work on my Twisted Band sampler, which I do a monthly goal, and then I had a weekly goal for Video Game Sampler, and then on the times when I had free, I was spinning the wheel and working 2 to 3 days on something else. These were never called. So I didn't get to work on them. I'll probably go over that a little bit at the end, what my plan's gonna be as far as what I'll be working on moving forward. So, and none of these have goals except the video game sampler. That's the only one. Yeah, that's Twisted Band Sampler has a monthly goal, but not a finish or anything. So video game sampler and my Twisted Band Sampler are the only ones out of this group that have a goal of any kind. So that was Tequila. Next one was Pina Colada recipe. And I have also not touched this one since the last time I showed it. I don't know why I feel the need to repeat myself right now. So I have not done very much on this at all. I think I've only put in, yep, less than 300 stitches, 294. Sorry, my fan keeps blowing my paper away. Okay. So again, not a lot. Haven't been working on it lately. Just have the outline of the glass there and a little bit of the, I assume it's Pina Colada inside it because that's what it's called. I do want to get back to this one. It has a lot of fun, like pastel-y, bright colors. And it goes really quickly. These 3 Stitchrovia patterns just move very quickly because they're not very big, which is really fun for me. I've added, out of my 8 starts, 1 of them has been a full coverage. So really wanted to change the pace. A lot of these are not full coverage anymore, so that I can actually make progress and feel like I'm making progress. Because those full coverage ones, especially the full size like Heaven Earth designs and my massive Middle Earth map, it just, progress is slow or feels slow. When you look at the whole picture, you kind of feel better about it. But. So the last Stitchrovia one was Let It Snow. And I am stitching, oh, sorry. Pina Colada recipe was stitched on 32 count black Lugana 2/2. And my Let It Snow is stitched on 18 count Royal Christmas Blue Ada 2/1 as well. So again, didn't get to work on this since last time, but this is where we're at right now. I think it's likely that I will end up finishing all 3 of these before the end of the year, just based on how big they are, especially this one. This one's super small. Like that's the edge of the hole. If you saw the cover photo, this is, I mean, it's like, that's how big it is. And it's like a little bit further down, like that big. So this one goes really quickly as well. And it's only 2 colors. I did switch out white for B5200 just because I had it and I liked the brighter white against this blue because I brightened up the fabric a little bit. So it's originally, the mock-up's on a navy, I think. So that is where we're at with this one. This one's so cute. I love it. All right. So those are all my Stitchrovia patterns. So that was 1 through 4. Oh, and on my Let It Snow, I have stitched 1,174 stitches. Okay, so my next one is Lady Justice by Mirabilia. And this is what she will look like. I've actually come across a few people stitching this, and it's been super exciting seeing other people doing this one. I didn't think it was very popular, but I found some people. And at least one person is considerably farther along, at least in the top half, than I am. She's got the sword all done and everything. So that's been fun. That is the next one I started. This is again a paper pattern, so I do not count stitches on this one. So I don't know how many I've put in. But this one is stitched on a 32 count Lugana by Bestitch Me in the color Evil Queen. Let me make sure I am showing this correctly. And I have worked on this one since last time. I got like I am obsessed with these, you guys. Like, you can ask my stitchy friends that I hang out with here. I am like wanting all the Mirabilias and all the Bella Filipinas. Even some of like the Nora Corbett fairies and stuff. It's gonna be a problem. It's been a miracle that I've resisted joining a Fabric of the Month club this long. So, anywho. So this is the progress from last time. I'm gonna probably do a top and bottom with how wide this is. So I have definitely put some work into this one. You can actually start to see like the folds of the dress a little bit. And I think I've added like shadows in here and shadows across the back so you can see where it bunches. And that little circle in the middle, that's where some beads will be going. I think they're gold beads. Absolutely love this. I don't know why I resisted starting one of these for so long. Hold it a little bit. Love the greens, love the blues. I think it looks beautiful on the purple. Looks a little funny right now because I haven't filled it in quite a lot. If you haven't watched my last video, I was a little concerned about how wide this fabric was, that I would have enough room. So I went clear out here and clear out here, trying to make sure that I was good, and I am. So now I'm just going through and filling in the skirt and those sashes off both sides. So it's definitely cool to get some definition in there. Have a little dimension show up with the shadows and stuff. I apologize for the delay between projects. If I don't try to organize these a little bit, it's gonna be a nightmare trying to put all these back together. So that was my Mirabilia. Might be starting a new one of those soon. We'll see. So that was number 5. Number 6 is the Twisted Band Sampler. This one is from Northern Expressions Needlework. And that is the finished product. So this is a piece with both cross stitching, and I did the version with the specialty stitches as well. And the goal on this one, as I mentioned previously, I have a monthly goal on this one to do 1 band per month. I may be even dropping that down to half a band for these longer ones, because I finished this. I did finish my June goal, which was this flower band right here. That was cross stitching. It took me a while, guys. Like, I finished the last flower, I think, on the 1st of July. Because it's a lot. It doesn't look like a lot, but it's a lot. So, my next band I will be working on is this specialty stitch band here. Sometimes those go a little bit faster, so maybe I'll have to do like half a band on the cross stitching bands, and then I can do the whole specialty stitches, but we'll see. I'm also in the process, if you haven't watched my previous videos, I just got engaged a little while ago. I'm in the process of planning some stuff for my wedding, which is at the beginning of September. So as that time dwindles away, my priorities may move farther and farther away from these goals. So we'll see. I may end up a little bit behind. So, but this will be the July band that I'll be working on, assuming I have time to work on it. I'm stitching mine on a 32 count Lugana. It's just a plain white. I'm gonna be losing needles and needle minders. Just gonna take that off. Okay. And this is also a paper pattern. I actually didn't realize that it was that there was a PDF version until after I bought the paper. So that was kind of a bummer, but I don't really want to buy it again. So this is where we are at. Nope, I did it again. Oh my goodness. This is where we're at. If I could remember how to, yes, that's right. That's like the 3rd time I have tried to show this the wrong way. So as I said, I finished this huge flower band. There was like 9 flowers in there. So So I have officially reached a point where these Q-snaps do not allow me to stitch the whole band all at once, so I have to move them halfway through. But I've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bands done so far. I think I started my goal for this one when I started it in February, I believe. So, but I am definitely pleased with this one. I love this pattern. I have so much fun working on this. And it is easy to just kind of sit down and go because each half of the band is all one color. So I've actually completed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors now. So that's been kind of fun. Every time I finish a color, I pull it out of the bag and put it back with all my other ones. It's a little bit closer. But I am enjoying this one. Get started on that specialty stitch band soon. I always kind of give it, by the end of the month, I'm usually a little bit burnt out on it. So I give it a week or week and a half before I start pulling it out again. I have debated letting go of that monthly goal, just in lieu of being able to do some more on my full coverage, so I don't feel like I have to get stuff done on that one, but we'll see. So that was number 6. Number 7 is Paris of My Dreams. Holy smokes, we've been going for 45 minutes. That's crazy. We're almost done, don't worry. So Paris of My Dreams is another Heaven and Earth Designs chart and the only full coverage I have started. The artist is Leonid Afremov. And mine is just the regular size, regular color palette. There's no expansion or max color or anything. And I am stitching mine on 25 count 2/110 stitch on this same DMC Magic Guide that my Tarot Town 2 is on. This is, I think this is a ivory though. It's not the white. So that is how far I've gotten for that one. Since this one's in Pattern Keeper, I haven't even hit 1,000 stitches on this yet. I've done 908 since I started it. To be fair, I think I only started it like a month and a half ago, maybe. Months ago. I don't know. It wasn't that long ago. This one hasn't been calling me too much. It was a little more fun to work on it as I've been moving farther and farther down into these like brighter reds and stuff. And I think there's like teals and greens and things coming in shortly after that. So I think I just need to push myself to work on this a little bit more so I can get into the more interesting parts. So that is how far I got on that one. This one actually did come up on my on the decision wheel that I was using, but it had called like 3 full coverages in a row and then pulled this one, and I was like, nope, I'm not doing it. So I spun again, I think 2 more times before it gave me something that wasn't full coverage. I was like, I feel like this wheel is not impartial. I feel like it keeps pulling the same kind of project over and over again. So, but that's okay. All right. And my last new start of this year was the Fruits of Plenty Sal by Modern Folk Embroidery. And I have stitched 2,796 stitches on this one. I did mention on my last video that I was feeling a little not okay with the fabric choice, and I pulled it out again to work on it, I think just a couple of days ago, and I actually wasn't minding it as much, so I'm not sure what the disconnect. So we'll keep going. I've already put in, obviously, like I said, almost 3,000 stitches on this one, and I don't really want to redo all that. So, but yeah, so this is where we are at now. I have been really focusing on trying to fill in all of the stuff inside this, what is that, hexagon? Nope. Is that an octagon? Don't mind me. I'm just going back to my, kindergarten training. It's fine. Oh boy. So yeah, I was just finishing all the stuff in here. I think I just have to finish the blue outline for this flower on this side and then this little motif. And then I fill in a couple more, like this red here, I fill that in there, and then that will be all done. So I don't currently have a goal on this one. When I finish maybe my band sampler, because this also was originally released in 2021 as a stitch along, as I said, but it was released in monthly parts. So I might, maybe when I finish that, if I haven't finished this by then, I'll rotate this one in. We'll see. Or I'll just make it another goal. And I'll give up something else. So that is the last one. Oh, and I'm stitching this one on 18 count white Ada with DMC colors 820 and 321. The 820 is blue and 321 is red. And it's a patriotic thing. All right. Whew. That was a lot, wasn't it? All right, so that was my WIP parade. Total stitches for 2022 so far, minus the 3 paper patterns plus anything before I set those goals, so the 2 months prior, I am currently sitting at 49,411 stitches, which is pretty good. If you include the paper patterns and the stuff I did the first 2 months of the year, I wager I'm probably closer to 75,000, maybe 70,000. So, but that's just exciting for me. Like when I was looking through, I don't know if any of you do this for yourself, but you do those progress pictures and you start looking back at the first of the year, you're like, holy crap, I've done way more than I thought I did. So that's been fun. But that is my WIP parade for the mid-year. As I said, I will be back starting in 2 weeks. So that's what, today's the 3rd. So the 17th, I think a 2-week schedule is still going to work for me, but I will be more consistent moving forward. I will throw up one piece of haul that I did get because they were on sale. The Etsy shop, it was another pattern from Northern Expressions Needlework that did the band sampler. They had one, and I'll show you what it looks like here. It's called Celtic Snow. Absolutely beautiful. It's been on my wish list for months now. And they had a 25% off coupon. So I was like, yeah, I gotta get that one. So I do have that one. I'll be kitting that one up. I'm not sure when. I have a couple of projects that I have the pattern and I just need to kit them up. But we'll see. I'm kind of on a spending freeze other than floss for now. Just, you know, financial priorities change over time. So so we'll see how that goes. But for now, I've got 15 projects, so I think that's plenty. But anywho, so I'm gonna leave it there, guys. I hope you enjoyed looking at all the projects. If you liked what you saw and you want to keep following me, please feel free to like my video, comment, subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell so you see all my future updates. And yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. I hope you all are staying safe and healthy and are well, and I will see you next time. Bye.